Hey travelers, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do the glass house, glass walls challenge. Now, I recently watched Syd Mac do this, and I am absolutely cribbing a couple of ideas from her about it in terms of the windows to help block walls like in loos and separating walls. But I'm not designing a house anything like what she did, I don't think. So, it will be up on the gallery when it's done. Right now, you can see it in the background. We are in Glimmerbrook, where I felt like it fit. We're with the Charm family. I'm on a completely different save file, so none of this save file that I'm in right now has been altered at all, except for this house. And it's the same save file I used for my horse ranch Let's Play, so yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. We're going to load into the game now, and as you can see from the menu, I've done a lot of the build already, but I'm going to insert right now some of that footage of me building the house. So when I go back to talking, we'll be picking up with the actual build. I'm going to insert some of that footage now of my building the house so you can see the things I did to it. And now, right now, we're going to go in together and build. Okay, so here we are in the house, and here's what I've already done. I haven't done any landscaping, and you won't see the landscaping done on my channel in real time. I'm going to go ahead and do the landscaping off camera, but here's the house I've gone ahead and built. I built it over water. My cat is trying to attack me. And it's 3 stories, and there's going to be a little greenhouse out back, and there'll be landscaping done, so you will see that. I did some other work on this house, and it doesn't seem like it's saved. In terms of I did some terrain painting, and it doesn't seem like it's saved. But anyway, yeah, so we've got 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, kitchen, dining room, living area, small living room. We also have a small basement that I will be outfitting. I don't think I'm going to do glass walls in the basement. What would be the point? I personally wouldn't want to see outside into the underground area of life. If I had a basement, I wouldn't want the walls to be glass. So I'm not going to glass wall that. But I have glass walled everything else. So let's go ahead and start. And what we're going to do first is get the room separating done so that you can't see through the separations. So what we're going to do is we're going to put move objects on. Control Shift C, bb.move objects on. If you're worried, that cheat, this one specifically works without turning on testing cheats at all. So yeah, but we're going to do move objects because I want to put stuff up. I don't want to just put windows, even though I do want to do windows, and I'll probably use one of the ones Syd Mac used too. But I also want to use other windows, like this one from Cottage Living, which I think would look really good if we can, do it like this, where I hold Alt and move them along like this. And I'm definitely not going to be doing the window thing on camera, but I'm just showing you what kind of thing I'm going to do. Or like, for example, we could also do these windows from Snowy Escape because they have a lot of really cool detailing. And they make it seem like you can't see through them, like that. So we could do these ones if we wanted to all over where they fit anyway in these spaces. And we'll, make sure that I'll make sure that they all line up, not just with the walls, but also with each other. And it's going to be quite time consuming to do this way, so I'm probably going to go ahead and do it off camera because it's going to be very time consuming to do it this way. But I do also feel like it'll be well worth it once it's done. So I'm just going to line up like this, I think, and then make sure that they're lined up correctly like that. And this one looks a little off actually, so it looks right there. Good. So yeah, I'm going to pick a selection of windows and go along the walls with them in between people's rooms and for the bathrooms, and I'll show you what it looks like when I am done. Okay, travelers, we are back, and here's the landscaping finished and the layout finished and the garden finished. I finished the greenhouse too, and I did all of the walls. Instead of using windows, even though I think that's really lovely, honestly, Syd Mac's build for this particular challenge is just next level, absolutely gorgeous. But for my own self, I went ahead and left most of the walls glass and only covered up some of them. Bathrooms and in between walls. And so I'll show you that. And I used wall decorations and plants for doing all of that. So here's the house. And here's the garden, and we've got a couple of benches and a greenhouse a proper greenhouse, like this. And it has a whole plant wall because I thought that looked nice. And then we've got an observatory, and we have this little table back here with a couple of other plants to do. I figure they're going to be garden friendly. And then here's the house where I used curtains and wall decorations. And in the kitchen I used the pegboard from, I think it's the gamer kit, but it could be from any other kit. And this is going to be like the butler's pantry, even though they don't have a butler. And so now we will decorate. We'll furnish everything. But yeah, so see, I used wall decorations and curtains and plants to make separation happen for privacy reasons, even though Sims don't really need privacy. And this is going to be the little girl's room, so I used pink curtains along all the glass walls, except for these, because I thought, you know, light is nice. And then up here, this is probably going to be this woman's suite. I think she's the old lady in this family. And then I don't know who a couple of these people are. And then the only walls that are not all the way glass is the basement, because if I owned a basement, I wouldn't want the walls to be glass. So yeah, I'll probably do the basement off camera, because I'm going to see whether or not I've made enough rooms for everybody or not. I don't know if I have. So I'm going to jump into live mode and just see Ernest, charm, charm, charm. Okay, so I think I need 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, and I only have 3. So yeah, I've got 1 and 2 right there, and then 3 at the top. So I think I'm gonna need to put a bedroom in the basement. So let's go ahead and see if the basement can be expanded any further. I don't think it can because of the platforms and the water, but if it can be, okay, it can be expanded a little bit without messing up my landscaping or the actual house. So let's go ahead and just expand that a little further. We'll go ahead and make this a full bath. Okay. I already have a little bit of bathroom because I decided to keep some of their things from their original house. Okay, so we are going to need another bedroom. So we can go ahead and see if I can expand that just a little further. Yeah. And then we'll go ahead and put a bedroom downstairs too. It'll be the only one that doesn't have glass walls. And then because of that, we'll go ahead and change up some of the swatches down here just to make them a little lighter and brighter. And I'm not limiting myself to any particular plants. So if you see ones that don't repeat, that would be why. There we go. That fills in that space. All right, great. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and furnish, and we'll start in the living room. Actually, you know what? We'll start in the dining room because the dining room is easy. And I am gonna try and use Realm of Magic and Enchanted by Nature, but I'm not gonna limit myself. If I like a table, I like a table. Like this one's gonna be base game, and that's fine with me. Let's go ahead and find a rug to go under it. I like that. I think we should change up the swatch though, yeah. Alright, and then we'll get some dining room chairs. And I'm thinking that we need base game and Realm of Magic. We also used Island Living and Enchanted by Nature, and I think there's even a couple of plants from Horse Ranch, and some Life and Death stuff, so we'll select all those packs. I think the Life and Death chairs will look good with this table. Oh, and because we're furnishing, I can go ahead and do bb.move objects off. We don't need it on anymore. Just do 6 chairs for now. Maybe I'll like put a chair in the corner. Whoops, not that one, this one. And I am gonna, cheat them money whenever they need it. There we go. And then we need lighting, so let's go get a chandelier. go ahead and get the one from Enchanted by Nature. I think that that makes the most sense. And then let's go ahead and put some candles on the table. The life and death ones are nice. Cool. And then this is our dining room, and this is kind of the wall we're using as art as well. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of fix it a little bit so that this one is a glass seamless wall too. And then I'll put move objects on and carry these leaves over on to that side, I think. Although we could backdrop it with this so that it looks more cohesive. Cool, and then we can go ahead and change this out to being just a little bit more neutral. Yeah, I think that looks nice, and that's pretty much the dining room done, except for maybe some wall stuff, like dining room related. Let's get there, like the herbs from Realm of Magic. Would almost perfectly frame the fireplace. That's cool. It would kind of make that a focal point. Anyway, maybe we'll put up a calendar. Maybe we'll put up a clock. I think a clock makes sense. Let's see about what we've got in terms of clocks. Okay, so then that's the dining room taken care of. And then the only thing I want in this foyer besides that clock is the shoe rack. Alright, so then I'm going to check our household inventory. Good. We have some stuff here. Let's go ahead and put 2 bookcases, these ones right here. And then we need a rug. So let's go ahead and find one. I kind of want a round one for this living room, but there aren't that many options for the round kind. There is this one, which I think is actually kind of perfect. Alright, and then let's go ahead and get a love seat. I forgot that the Enchanted by Nature benches were a thing. Let's go ahead and put it back here. Okay, let's get a love seat. I think we'll do life and death. And then let's get a couple of chairs. Alright, and then let's see if we have any coffee tables we can put in. I kind of want to use this one, the circle, but I kind of want to use 2 of them and in different swatches. Ooh, this purple one's really pretty. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so now let's go with decorations. And I'm going to go ahead and filter by certain packs just so that I don't get Okay, and so then that's the living room done. No TVs, because I thought I'd give them TVs in their bedroom for the most part. But also I might put one downstairs, it kind of depends. Alright, so then we do have this little space in here, which would also maybe be ideal for a television on the wall. Let's go ahead and see what we can do about that. We could also put like a painting. No. I wonder if we have that, that backsplash thing. So I feel like that could be good for this wall right here. Let me go ahead and get off camera and do that part so I can put a TV on the other side. Okay, I'm back. I created a little bit of a TV space right back here just so they'd have a one they could watch as a family, more than one person. And I used the backsplash on this wall just to cover it up from this, but you don't see it on the other side. You still see through. And I put some stuff right here for them as well, too. And I was originally going to leave these shelves up because I liked the way they framed the television, but they're a little useless. You can't put anything on them. So there we go. I would maybe do some curtains right here, like the Life or Death ones. I thought we got Life or Death ones. Oh, guess we didn't. Weird. Anyway, so let's see if Vampires has any good swatches for curtains. I don't feel like they do. None of these are right. The green ones could be okay, but they will go right over the TV, which is funny. How about this? Yeah, no, I don't really like that either. I mean, we could put that there. But I really don't think it looks very good, so never mind. Okay, anyway, so now we'll go ahead and work on the kitchen because those areas are done. And I already did that bathroom off camera because they had these items in their inventory. Not this or this, but the rest of the bathroom stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this little pantry. We'll do the Enchanted by Nature counters. We'll do them in white. And we're just gonna get like appliances. Yes, I have some custom content stuff. We have this little coffee maker in our household inventory. Let's see what else. Hot chocolate maybe? Tea would probably be a good idea for this household. There we go. There's like butler's pantry stuff. And then we need a dishwasher, so go ahead and do that. And then that means that in here we can just do the stove. I'm gonna go ahead and do Realm of Magic in here. The stove, and we'll do a couple of sinks. Oh, that's longer than I thought. Outer corner, there we go. And then we can go ahead and line the other side with counters. And we can do the left end piece over here. And then we can put in a stove. And downstairs we're definitely going to do our best to put in a cauldron. There you go. And then electronics. Let's get that. And they have a fully glass house, so let's get that alarm system too. And honestly, I think we need this thing too. I wish that there was another version of this, one that was smaller, but also one that went on the ceiling would be nice. Okay, good. Let's put that in. It's ugly, but it's necessary. And then let's go ahead and put some kitchen clutter out. Oh, sink first. Oh, I like this sink. This is a cool sink. Let's go ahead and remove this counter and put in the sink. I don't know if I've used this one much, but I really like it. And then we have enough light in this room, I personally think. And then in this one, this is the bathroom, so go ahead and put a light in here, and that's the first floor done. Oh, except for a rug in the hall. I like that that one's seamless, that's cool. Alright, that's the first floor finished. Except for a rug in the kitchen. So funny. Let's go with this one. Just for a splash of color. Okay, cool. And now upstairs we'll do... I'll probably knock out the bathrooms off camera because they're all going to be pretty much the same. Actually, I think I'll do the whole rest of the build off camera and then I'll just tour it with you guys when I'm done. Now that you know the style I'm kind of going for, I'm mixing Realm of Magic with Life and Death and Enchanted by Nature and even vampires. That's the aesthetic I'm going to go with, and I'll show you what it looks like when I am there. I'm also, I think, going to put the tea brewer here so that they can brew tea more regularly, and I'm going to clutter up these counters a little with the kitchen stuff pack, the kitchen clutter one and whatever other kitchen ones we have. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this build, and then when I come back I will go ahead and show you all the rooms and everything I've done, and hopefully that you will enjoy that. And I'm sorry that I'm not going too fast the rest of it on camera, but this video is already really long. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, travelers, and we will be right back with a tour of this glass walls only house challenge. Hey travelers, we're finally done with the Charm Family house in Glimmerbrook for the glass walls challenge, and it's completed, so I thought I'd come and show it to you. There's only one tiny issue, and that's that I have not play tested it, so I'm not sure whether or not they can get past the fireplace on the first floor. But let's start in the basement. This is the only floor that doesn't have glass walls, because personally, if I had a basement, I wouldn't want it to have glass walls, literally at all. That would scare me. Anyway, so we have a bedroom down here, and it utilizes Realm of Magic, Dream Home Decorator, paranormal stuff, the Book Nook kit, a little bit of Horse Ranch, a couple of other things too, I think. And then I've put out the stuff that was in their family inventory, these counters basically, and this wine thing, and some indoor plant things, and the cauldron. Oops, don't want to grab that rug. And a little bar, and there's a bathroom down here too, which I believe uses the sink from laundry day. And then you go upstairs and we have our landscaping and our greenhouse and our observatory. Little spot to sit back here. No grill, because I don't like how Sims use them autonomously. Anyone you invite to your lot, etc. And then we go inside and we have like this little foyer area and the living room. And here's where I don't know whether or not they'll be able to get past the fireplace. So if they can't, just delete the fireplace. It's not necessary, but everything else is. So if you download the house and your Sims can't get past the fireplace, just delete it. It won't hurt me, it won't hurt anyone. You could even just delete this bench right here and move the fireplace over there if you wanted to. Up to you. Anyway, and then we have a dining room and a kitchen, and the kitchen was really fun to do because there's a little butler's pantry, and also because I got to fill these shelves back here that I put up with a whole bunch of clutter, which was a lot of fun. I'm actually really happy with the amount there is in the game now. And there's this little TV area back here, and there's a bathroom. I reconfigured the bathroom to fit a shower because there weren't enough bathrooms in the house, personally, for my taste. And then I put a couple of things out on this balcony, but not too many things because it's a really small area. You go upstairs to the hallway, and then here's the child's room. And I've left some space for other activities to be added, depending on your gameplay. And it looks like this with all the walls up. And then this is one of the rooms. This is probably like the grandmother's room right here. I think that's who that is, and this is probably her room. There you go. And I went ahead and she has her own bathroom, or, whoever you play with the house with. Then you go upstairs one more time to the other master suite. And there's also this little workout area out here. I left this area blank. It would be a really good area for another TV space. But I left it blank for you guys to do with what you want so that you can do whatever activities in this area that you want your Sims to do. Anyway, so this room has a bed. Oops, again, don't want to grab that rug. And some clutter and a desk. And I don't know how successful getting to this desk will be. But I'm quite certain you guys can find out. If there are routing issues, please let me know and I will strive to fix them. And then there's a nice big bathroom, and that is the whole house. Not including like the greenhouse that we didn't really go into, but you can see it from right there. So there we go. This is already up in the gallery. Again, if there are routing issues, please let me know what they are and I'll strive to fix them. I hope you enjoyed this build. I hope you enjoy the house, and thank you so much for watching, travelers, and you have a great day wherever you're at in yours. Bye.